Hello everyone, I'm Recv5,
And I am SM099.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Special Edition with Winter Frost.
Yes, and we just saw a new menu come up. And that is TK Dodge.
Ooh,
So
new mods.
I now have the ability, if I have a weapon drawn, to do things like this.
Nice.
Right, so that I can quickly dodge attacks and that kind of thing. Although it only works, like going forward.
Yep.
But still, it's, better. It's actually better than the crouched forward roll that you can do out of the sneak tree.
Because you don't have to be sneaking to do it.
Because you don't have to be sneaking to do it. Although the sneak one does have some special effects that this one does not have as well.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that was one thing I wanted to mention. But another thing I wanted to talk about was that one of our regular viewers commented on how powerful my crossbow seemed to be the last episode. And it is actually just a crossbow of sparks. So it is a regular crossbow, like just a regular base crossbow.
Yep.
And it has a shock enchantment on it that gives an extra 6 points of shock damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a little bit of reading on crossbows, and actually there are a lot of things about crossbows that make them quite powerful weapons.
Oh,
and
really?
The base damage of a dwarven crossbow, which is the most powerful of the crossbows in the vanilla game, the base damage of a dwarven crossbow is actually 22, and the base damage of a dragonbone bow, which is the most powerful bow in the vanilla game, is 20. So obviously dragonbone arrows do a few more points of damage than dwarven bolts do.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also fire explosive bolts in 3 different varieties from a crossbow, which you don't have that option with a bow, right?
Yep.
So really, and also another thing is that you can get an enhanced version of either the steel crossbow that I'm using or a dwarven crossbow, which makes that weapon ignore 50% of an enemy's armor.
Which makes it even stronger.
So actually, in a shot-for-shot comparison, an enhanced dwarven crossbow is probably the most powerful missile weapon in the game. Okay? And the difference between the dwarven crossbow and the regular steel crossbow is much less than the difference between, say, a dragonbone bow and even a mid-tiered bow like an elven bow or something like that. In fact, the steel crossbow base damage is the same as the base damage for a Daedric bow.
Nice.
Which is why in the last episode when I was shooting things with this crossbow, particularly from ambush, and because I've got, I've spent a few perks on archery and that kind of thing as well, that's why I seem to be able to bring down, some fairly dangerous enemies with 1 or 2 shots, right?
Yeah, that would be...
Because basically the basic steel crossbow is actually a very powerful weapon already.
And combined with the bolts that you're using, you're doing like 50 points of damage a shot multiplied by how many times in order to apply the stealth damage, plus the 6 points of shock damage.
That's right.
See, man, it's those speedy high heels.
Wow, look at this.
Platform shoes.
Everybody's getting in on the act here now. You see that? I just one-shotted that ice wolf.
Yep.
Right? Or ice wolf pup, I guess. That frostbite spider was a little bit tougher, but...
They always are. Especially with immersive creatures.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget, I am using immersive creatures, plus other mods that boost the statistics of vampires and Draugr and things like that too, right?
Yep.
So I'm also playing on legendary difficulty. And although I am playing with a outgoing damage adjustment that is slightly more forgiving than base, legendary difficulty, it still is a 50%, I think, damage reduction over adept, right?
Yep.
Basically, what the mod that I'm running, I think, makes the damage that I do kind of equal to what I would be doing if I were playing on expert.
Yep.
And it's a little more forgiving than, because otherwise, like you'd have to, the reason I went with that is because I ran into a situation where I was sneaking up on some enemies and I would shoot them with my bow and I couldn't actually tell if I'd done any damage or not, even though I'd scored like multiple damage from shooting from ambush, right?
Because of the stupid 0.2.
Because the damage was like 20% of normal or something, and of course they also all have boosted health statistics and all that kind of stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So I decided that was just a little bit unbalanced, and so that's the only thing that changed though about legendary difficulty.
They still do the same damage to you.
Yeah, the incoming damage is still the same, right?
Yep.
And so that's why, I can get pretty seriously hurt in a hurry if I'm not careful. But anyway, getting back to crossbows. So basically this steel crossbow that I'm using is probably, one of the top 5 most powerful missile weapons in the game. Which is why, it appeared that I was doing a lot of damage and had a pretty powerful weapon. It's because I do have a pretty powerful weapon that does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's funny, Isran and company in the Dawn Guard talk about how good crossbows are at killing vampires. Well, crossbows are good at killing just about anything, really. Because they pack a considerable punch. And another thing I noticed with crossbows, and this is just my own personal observations, is that they appear to be, although the rate of fire is a little slower, they appear to be a bit more accurate, because even at short to medium ranges, you don't have to account for arching, because the
trajectory's flatter.
Well, also the actual speed of the bolt is faster, right?
Okay. Yep.
So you have a faster missile going at a flatter trajectory, and I mean over long distances you still have to account for your bolt dropping, right?
Yep.
But it's not as pronounced, like if I were shooting at that person holding that torch over there on the like in front of that building right there.
Yep.
Well, if there was I can basically just aim right at the upper part of his body from here and I'll hit him with this crossbow. But if I'm shooting a bow, I'd have to aim up here somewhere.
Yep.
Right? Because the arrow will have a much more pronounced arc.
And a slower...
and a slower speed than the crossbow bolt will. Anyway, I'm going to just drop a bunch of stuff off in my magical chest here.
You got a lot of stuff to drop off, actually.
I have a lot of stuff to drop off.
Make sure you keep your firewood this time.
I got to keep my firewood, yeah. And you know what? As amusing as this thing might be, I think I'm going to drop it off, too, because I'm not using it very much. And it doesn't work the way I'd hoped that it would. Because I was kind of hoping that maybe it would make me really hard to hit in combat situations, but I can't see something like that being terribly useful when you can only get that special effect when you are not in combat. Like, what's the point of that?
Trap evasion?
Maybe, but actually this dodge thing that I can do now is pretty good for trap evasion too. Right.
Takes off platform shoes to run through trap. Smaller hitbox.
Yeah, maybe, hey?
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll store all of this stuff. I don't know how much... I guess I'm starting to get a pretty good collection of...
You are, yeah. You'll have to do alchemy one of these days.
I'll have to do alchemy one of these days. But for now, I'll just store all this stuff. Because I can collect this stuff once I get to Castle Volkihar anyway. If I need some of it. And that is kind of the whole point here, right? We're trying to get there. Don't know why I'm still carrying an awful lot of weight here. Must be all the potions I'm carrying or something. Because I appear to have quite a lot of them. And I guess my tent and bedroll and so on weigh quite a bit too. Yeah, so I was just going to head around here to the boat. And, you know, like hire the boat to go take me to Castle Volkihar.
Your skin's as
So we'll do a quick
pale as
save
the
here.
snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
Yeah,
Looking to
I'd
hire-
like to
where
hire
you
your
headed?
boat. An island near the border
One
of
with the
High
ruined
Rock.
Castle?
Hmm.
Don't you know that place is cursed? Even seasoned sailors steer far around that place. I'll take you as far as I can, but I'm not hanging around, and it's going to cost you extra.
Okay.
Climb on
Boy,
in
it's a
and let's
lot
get this
extra.
over with.
Good thing you got a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like 10 times the normal rate. Okay, well, here we go.
I can take you to any port on the...
Okay there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, now here we go. We're going. Oh, and we arrived. And I'm hungry. And I'm in the sun.
And all kinds of other miserableness.
And I'm not a happy guy. Okay. I'm still peckish. I'm gonna have to drink my other stale blood potion. There. Now I feel better.
This is the part where we usually get in the boat. You with me?
Okay, well, we need to talk to Serana now. Because we did come to an agreement where she was going to give us her affections in return for escorting her home, right?
That we did, apparently.
Yes. You've been so great in getting me back to my family's home.
Okay, now we made a deal, you and I.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to like it. I'm not going to do that for you.
Hey, we had a
You
deal.
just expected me to do that? Well, too bad for you. I'm not common. Like the women who just do that. Ugh.
Oh, excuse me, your worshipfulness.
Well, when we get in, you won't have to babysit me anymore.
Huh. Well, gotta make one last try at it, right?
I guess you'll never get to find out.
Huh. Okay, should have known better than to trust a vampire.
Let's just move on from here, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we finished that part.
Let's get indoors, or in a cave.
So the next part is Our Love Runs Red. And so we talked to Serana at the beginning of the quest Prophet. But for now, I guess we take the boat over to Castle Volkihar. And here we are. And of course we'll take this opportunity to do just a little bit of that too.
A little bit of flower picking.
A little bit of flower picking, yep.
God, even here there's flowers to pick.
Yeah.
Hey, so, before we go in there,
Okay.
I think so. and thanks for asking. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far, but after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think I just need to be alone for a while. There's a lot of feelings wrapped up in this old place, and I don't think you're quite ready for them. So let me take the lead in there.
Okay. I wonder what's going to happen with my dog. Is he going to follow me in here, or...
Dogs allowed, humans not.
I can't remember now what happens with followers, whether they get left behind when you first go into this place, or what.
I watched the gate. Ain't much else to tell.
Okay, well, into Volkahar Keep we go.
With a classic Bethesda loading screen.
How dare
Yes.
you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it. My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has
I'm
the scroll.
delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name?
Well,
I am Harken, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are.
Reclusive cannibal cult.
yeah.
We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most.
Okay, so what happens
You
now?
have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again.
Okay, what more can you offer me?
Contracted a disease, perhaps, but you are no true vampire. Accept my gift, and I promise that you will learn the difference. Refuse me, and I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
Okay, sure.
Be still.
Oh, now I'm tired. I need a nap.
Fuck.
Okay.
These
well,
needs just pop up at the worst times.
Good.
yeah.
The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it.
Okay, I'm ready to
With my
learn.
guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread.
I can't move.
Now listen to my words and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue.
Okay. Guess we gotta find that in here. Okay, Vampire Lord. Here we go. Okay, so we've already aggroed somebody there.
Yep.
You can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue.
Okay. Yeah.
Cease your flight, and we
That
will
button.
move on good.
This one, yeah.
There you
You are
go.
weaker while on the ground because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts.
Okay. There's the perk tree, and I'm using a perk tree overhaul, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Royal Bloodline.
Okay.
So it adds, like, the vanilla perk tree is pretty sparse, actually. There isn't very much in it.
Yep.
And this one adds a lot of perks to it, right? Okay.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you.
Okay.
There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions?
Nope, I'm ready.
Good. Go and see
Task time.
Recv5x. Tell him it is time.
Yeah, but at least I'm not in charge and my underlings are not telling me what to do, right?
What's that, General?
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can revert form. Okay. And then we have to do a little bit of this. Because it's just a small bug that happens. This will also have to
Unequip and re-equip all your
unequip and
enchanted
re-equip
shit.
all our enchanted stuff because, again, it's just a little bug in the game. Whenever you change form like that, for some reason, you know, when it shows everything is being re-equipped, but it doesn't necessarily apply all of your enchantments and things, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now I could steal this ancient knowledge. Okay. So if I steal this ancient knowledge, and then look, ancient knowledge. We'll read the ancient knowledge, and we learned a new spell called Bat Form. And that form will allow us to take the form of a cloud of bats and then kind of free-form fly around.
Okay.
For a brief period of time, right? But we'll get into that a little bit more a little later.
Please. No more.
Yeah, first of all, you're gonna have to find your way through here and get some blood potions.
Well, I've got lots of regular blood potions because I've been collecting them for a while.
Oh, okay, yep.
It's just that I've been using them sparingly because they are, you know, like better for using as healing potions in an emergency kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas the stale blood potions usually are enough to keep me fed. Not sure what that flashing on the screen is about, but I have a feeling we're probably going to have to do a couple of oops, I went the wrong way. A couple of console tricks here in order to get through this because
for whatever reason,
you know, those two vampires that you first encounter
Ran off, I suppose.
in Redwater,
I am above the petty
whatever you
squabbles
call
here.
it there.
I have
Yep.
lived
The ones that
far too
Orthroth
long to be
and
bothered
what's his
with
name send after you.
I saw more than enough.
Okay.
Lord
Oh, I have a
Harker.
message. Oh, they're attacking the dog. Right, that's what's going on. Ugh, I shouldn't have brought the dog in here with me.
I have never.
Okay.
Lord Harker. Now, what is our Lord's? Well, well. He wants the chalice, then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice?
Never heard of
It is
it.
a rather well-kept secret. The chalice has been in Lord Harken's possession for quite some time now. It is, when used properly, able to increase the potency of our powers.
you can just hear the mayhem
He has
behind you.
neglected
Yeah.
using it for ages. If he wants
I
it
guess
filled
you've got to.
then grand
I
things
don't know.
are.
I didn't remember if your followers were going to be forced to
Follow me.
wait outside or
I'll
not,
take you to it.
and if I had to do this again. Okay, I think I've had just about enough of this. Okay, so we're going to use this. And then we're going to do TCAI. Right? Because what that will do is it will prevent everybody from acting on their combat urges.
At least until
At least until we can get through this and get the next stage of the quest started.
Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the blood spring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, well, let's just say less reputable members of society now dwell there. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Harken waiting. Stupid dog.
Okay, so it looks like, yeah, they don't like my dog either. Nobody likes my dog.
damn you, Bethesda.
Stupid
Yeah.
dog.
Well, at least I got the Bloodstone Chalice, so I can get going here. And, I've got everybody prevented from, so that's just a little trick that you can do if you're, playing in a PC game and you have a console enabled, is, I highly recommend the Chill Pill mod, actually. Right? All it is just a simple little thing here that, basically stops everybody from doing combat.
Yep.
And then once they all stop, well, then you can use the toggle combat AI to toggle it off so that people won't, you know, fight anymore for a while, right? So anyway, I've got a magic chest here in Castle Volkihar, so I can recover all of my stuff if I want to. You know, like I can pick up anything here that I dropped off.
Handy to
If
have.
if I wish. And one of the things I could do is I could grab those because I'm not sure if I have that as an enchantment that I know or not. And I could also do a whole ton of alchemy here if I wanted to. But we aren't going to bore people with that. I'm just going to do a real quick thing here just to make sure. Okay, so I do have that.
You do.
Yeah, what time is it now? It's 2:24 p.m. So all the good little vampires will be tucked away in their coffins right now. Except for these ones that hang around here all the time. So I guess maybe I'll do that. I'll do the same. If I can find an unowned one that's unoccupied here.
Pick a coffin, any coffin.
Yeah, well, see, these ones here are already occupied, right? Then Galmo and Baron Sadri. And those are the only two unowned ones, right? Which is kind of dumb, but anyway.
And now you need Get Out of My Way.
Yes, I do. And you know what? I had a look in the Nexus for Fallout 4 too today. And there is actually a equivalent mod to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not sure because it uses the same button for pushing as your reload button. And it's also a button that you use for interacting in other ways. So I'm not too sure how that's going to work.
Oh, it'll interact, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of spare buttons, because it doesn't. There's no built-in power button for Fallout 4, I suppose.
I am above
Yeah.
the petty
So
I have lived for far
anyway,
bothered.
I've got no place to sleep because
You could get out of my way, somebody laying on the floor, and then take their bed.
yeah, maybe we'll do that, hey. Yeah.
There you go. Now use it, quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, see, good idea.
Yeah, we'll just kick him out of there. All right. There, now I'm feeling better and I'm
Stupid dog.
yeah.
Everybody hates the dog.
Everybody hates my dog, yeah.
If you need anything,
Do you need something?
So, as you can see, my sort of kind of various mods that I have attempted to use to fix NPC vampires works on some of them, right?
Yep.
Just not all of them. And I really, really, really hope that they do away with the, fucking ugly vampires in the next
The fugly vampires?
Elder Scrolls, because I really, really hate that.
Yeah, I don't know why they went and added that.
Yeah, because
That was a post Dawn Guard thing, because prior to that...
Yeah, prior to that, well, you still had like a kind of an odd-looking complexion, but you weren't actually like physically disfigured, right?
Yep.
Anyway, I'm just following her around because I wanna.
feel it. You're now so much
Okay, I
more
didn't
than
really
you
want to
were
get
before.
chatty. I just wanted
Time was I
to.
could barely hold my own in the companions.
Yeah.
Now I could slaughter them all without a second thought.
Yes,
And
you
I'm not
could.
half the
No, you
vampire
couldn't. They'd
lord.
tear you to pieces. Okay, werewolves are fucking scary. All right, they're scarier than you.
If there's one thing I know, it's weapons and armor. Take a look.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna sell these steel plate boots of fire suppression,
Aye.
and then I guess we'll be on our way. Because it is now nighttime and we can be on our way.
Without the harmful rays of the sun.
That is correct. And the air is treacherously cold. And let's see here. just for fun, let's do a little bit of... Okay, we're going to get this sorted out here. There. Because you can do cool things here, right? See if I'm using the sprint button.
Yep.
Now, the only thing that bothers me overly about Vampire Lord form, the way it looks, is I think they could have done something more with the wings. To actually make them look like wings, right?
Instead of like appendages?
Well, because, you know, like those don't look like wings. There's no webbing in them or anything like that. You
They
know?
look kind of like scythes almost.
Yeah, they're basically arms with a really, really long finger on them, right?
Yep.
Or a really, really long claw or whatever it is that you want to call it. That being said, though, you do have the ability to travel over water and that kind of thing, which is kind of cool. And, you know, like that's a nice feature.
Yeah, because now you don't freeze to death.
Yeah. Because now you don't have to get cold, all cold and stuff. And in Vampire Lord form, you also have considerable resistance to cold. You don't really feel it too much. You know, like as before, it will catch up to you eventually if you you know, with prolonged exposure. But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's you know, definitely you're shielded somewhat from the effects, right? In fact, it doesn't even show up on my health bar there. And I think I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, just so I can see a little bit better. There is another mud crab over here somewhere. I just can't see him.
Did he get sucked into the water by any chance?
But I can... Oh, there he is. He's sitting right there.
Okay, I guess he was just hostile and doing nothing.
Yeah. But anyway, as you can see, I can loot items while in Vampire Lord form.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually part of the Better Vampires mod.
Nice.
It's an option in the MCM.
Yep.
That you can toggle on and off. And you can also see that my drain spell is far more powerful.
Oh yeah, you need to toggle combat AI back on.
That's right. I forgot to do that, didn't I? Ugh.
That'd be why.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, you had to work around that stupid bug.
Yeah. They're bandits.
And an ice wraith. No, I think you killed the ice wraith.
Yeah,
you might have
that's
killed a
okay.
bandit too, actually.
Yeah, I killed a bandit too.
Shoot your own dog? Twice?
Oh, is that the dog?
That's
Oh,
a dog.
Okay. Well, one orange blob pretty much looks like another, right? So anyway, and I can still feed in this form too, right?
Nice.
And I can grab that lockpick, I guess. Oh, he's fully recovered now. Well, almost.
He'll get there.
See, now what's happening is I'm feeling the effects of that cold, but I'm not actually seeing it. I won't see it until I switch back into human form, right? But I won't feel the effects. The effects could be dangerous if I let them go long enough.
Yep.
But the best idea usually is to
Find a place to warm up first?
find a place to warm up first, right? Yeah, there. And while the Vampire Lord form is a little bit more powerful magically than the Werewolf, but you do have somewhat less resistance to physical and magical damage than the Werewolf does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the Werewolf, with the mods that I'm running in this game, the Werewolves are tanks, right?
Yep.
Like, they can absorb a huge amount of punishment, but they basically have to get up close enough to an enemy in order to be able to hit them back, right?
Yep.
Whereas from here, I can
Just kind of pick at your enemies from back here.
yeah. Boy, these guys are just tough enough that I can hit them with
One of these shots and not totally kill them.
yeah.
I see something blowing up over there.
Yeah. He's trying to cast a fire spell at me, but he kept hitting something in front of him. Right?
I think he was hitting that boat. Best aim ever.
Yeah. So. That being said, though, if I wanted to collect any of these guys' blood and stale blood potions, I would have to switch back to human form first. And that's probably what I'll do here after I warm up just a little bit.
Yeah, just to stave off the cold and then...
Well, that way I don't end up with, like a whole bunch of my health missing due to cold, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's probably fine right there. Now we'll go to revert form. And then, of course, we'll have to go back to, do all this stuff again, right?
It just works.
Okay. All right. So now that we're somewhat warmed up, we can maybe go over here and we'll extract some of this guy's blood so that we can have a blood potion. Doesn't look like he has anything we really want to loot. I think we fed on this guy already, so I'm just gonna... Yeah, he doesn't have anything I want either. Yeah, an apostate apprentice.
And a couple more stale blood potions.
Yeah, well, I like to keep 4 or 5 of them on hand.
Just to keep yourself fed.
Yeah, because you don't always get feeding opportunities. And unfortunately, no patch was ever made that, allows you to feed off of dead bodies.
Yep.
and solve the
Hunger problem.
survival hunger thing, right? I guess it's just something that nobody thought of. Look like there's anything very interesting in here.
Mana potion.
Yep, there's a couple of things in here, though, that are worth going after. And even a little something down here, too.
If you can find it.
If you can find it. But that's okay. I can stay down here for a while. Oh, there's a chest there.
Yep, that cabbage is still totally sealed in that barrel.
Yep.
And that flour. Best sack of flour ever. Those sacks, they're magically enchanted to be waterproof. You can swim under the bottom of the ocean with a sack of flour.
That's right. So I could see this could be a rather challenging looting thing if you actually had to breathe. Like it involves being underwater for a fairly extended length of time.
Never mind the fact that if you weren't what you are, then you'd freeze to death here almost instantly.
True. Yeah, because you can't really swim around in the water in this region too much. Okay. Anyway, I guess we will continue onward. But we'll continue onward in normal form here. Although that being said, we could, only 11 p.m. We're not likely to run into any big trouble up here, so we could just go back into...
Vampire Lord form and keep on doing your thing.
Yep. Because, of course, you do get benefits. Looks like these ones are all dead already.
Probably because of the bear.
Probably. Oh, look.
More Reeklings. Man, those chargers are tankier than the goddamn bear.
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty tough. And of course, everybody takes off, right?
Yep, they can tell that you're hovering above the water and that you have a ranged attack.
Yeah. Can't see him very well here. That's the one drawback to this, is that they put the crosshair in a spot where it's kind of
a little awkward to aim.
A little awkward to aim, yeah.
One more.
There we go. And of course, this is all tied to your destruction skill too, right?
Yep.
So you can actually level up your destruction skill by using your vampire powers.
Which will help with your College of Winterhold progression.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually when I decide to go back there again.
Oh, you've got the bear fighting with a horker.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose that the dog's in the way now too, right?
Yep, you went and got the dog.
Well, maybe the dog should stay out of the way. See, that's one thing that I would like to see, or would like to have seen in these games, and maybe they can do it in future ones, is have a little bit of situational awareness.
And turn friendly fire off.
Well, no, not necessarily that even. Just have your allies be smart enough to not get into the path where you're aiming.
Yep.
Oh, looks like they killed a hunter here or something.
Well, he's got a couple of lockpicks and some arrows on him at least.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of stuff. Okay, already looted the bear. See, you can do all the flower picking and stuff that you want too while you're... So, I imagine oh, look at that, I've got a whole bunch of perks already. So, I can get myself a bonus to health and stamina and magicka here. Then, I could go up here and get a reduction in magicka cost. Okay, or I could go with this. Then, whoops, back down here. And then this. That seems like a pretty good one.
Well, you know how you like your summons.
Yep. Well, over here, this is a good tree too, right? Now, I can summon a gargoyle.
Yeah, that'll be your left-hand thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Horkers aren't so tough after all.
No.
Flower picker.
Yeah. The only problem with this form, of course, is that you can't really tell what time it is. Ravenscar Hollow. Okay. I wonder if I can warm up next to one of these
Yep. It's small, but yep.
Yep, it appears that I can. There, okay. I guess fire's fire, whether it's in an urn or
A fire pit?
A fire pit, right?
Yeah, you still have that fire pit laying around the north somewhere.
Yeah.
It's probably still burning, too.
Yeah, that's a long ways from here, though. That's like way over toward where Winterhold is.
Yep.
And we're quite a ways away from there. Oh, there's werewolves.
Yeah, it looks like those things are still
See?
retardedly strong.
Oh yeah, like werewolves are fearsome, right? Like you don't tangle with those directly if you can avoid it. Oh, there. I managed to erode his defenses a little bit there. All right.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost like they got 2 or 3 health bars.
Yeah, but the thing is that, you know, while I may have been able to, you know, like kill him relatively easily there, I don't think I would have wanted to allow him to hit me with his claws, right?
Yeah, he probably would have mauled the crap out of you.
Oh, yeah. They are still pretty much one of the scariest monsters in Skyrim now.
Well, and we don't know how glass cannon-esque you are in this form yet. You seem to kill things all right, but you might also be a little vulnerable.
Yeah, well, that's why I try to avoid physical confrontation in this form.
It's that husky. That husky's gonna kill you.
Yeah, no. However, I don't think I'm any worse off than I was before, like with the vanilla vampire lord form.
Yep.
Okay, there's a campfire we can warm up next to. That broken ore hollow, we're actually getting fairly close to solitude now. So we might actually want to revert form here again after we turn this off. Ooh, look at that.
And spend another perk point.
Get another perk point already. So what do we have over here? Blood magic target is paralyzed. Okay, that must be like some kind of a activated power of some sort. Maybe we'll go over here. This one, because this is actually pretty good too, right?
Yep.
I can turn into mist while my my
Health, stamina, and magic regenerate.
yeah, and then this one is sort of like that dodge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that. Anyway, we'll revert form once again here.
And then do your equipping thing.
Yep, and then we'll have to do the equipping thing once again. And I don't know why it is that way, it just is.
Always has been, huh?
Yeah. Well, I can't speak for vanilla now because I haven't played this game vanilla in many, many years, right? Not since I had it on PlayStation 3.
Boy, that was a long time ago.
That was a while ago, yeah.
You got to enjoy all the fun bugs for an extended period of time, like
Oh,
backwards flying dragons. And
It was terrible. Well, and a lot of really game-breaking bugs, too, where you could not continue major quest lines and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
You know, like there was that one where, you know, Brynjolf glitches out and it kills the entire Thieves Guild quest line for you, and...
Yep. Yeah, I got that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know. For whatever reason, they were just real slow patching the PS3 version. I have no idea why.
Yeah. Well, it basically was up to modders, too, to fix a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, with the unofficial patches and things.
Yeah. And I think even modding for the PlayStation or the console games kind of lagged behind, too. I don't think... I can't say for sure, but I don't remember ever seeing mods for the PlayStation 3 versions of these games.
No, I don't believe so.
I think that didn't actually happen until the PS4 and the Xbox One came out.
I couldn't say for certain because I don't have any experience with them.
Yeah. Well, the way I see it is that at least when you have the PC versions of those games, usually there's a way to work around when something like that happens.
Yep.
You know, like you can use a console command like set stage or some other debugging command in order to be able to get things back on the rails again.
And that's got to be one of your, or that had to have been one of your frustrations when you were still playing on console.
Oh yeah, because
You basically toss the whole save.
yeah, pretty much.
Thankfully, Bethesda makes a game that's fun to play. Otherwise, nobody would play it with how broken it is sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's taking them long enough to produce the next one, so hopefully the next one won't have as many problems.
Nah, it's a Bethesda game. It's gonna be busted to shit anyways. It's like a law of nature.
Yeah, I suppose. Expectations should be low, I guess.
Well, maybe high in terms of game playability, but low in terms of game stability.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, with the trends that have been going on in games here in the last few years, even the next Elder Scrolls game and the next Fallout game, I think I'm probably going to watch somebody play it.
Yep.
For a bit, so I can get a good look at it first before
Just see if you really want to get into it.
Before I buy, yeah, because and it's not necessarily for bugginess or glitchiness or whatever. It's for design choices and things like that.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I've never really been a launch day game buyer myself. I think the last time I bought a game on launch day was like when I bought Diablo 3.
Yeah.
And oh man, that was
and you regretted it.
That almost turned me off of gaming entirely. I almost quit gaming over that game. I hated it so much.
Wow.
It was such a slap in the face compared to Diablo 1 and Diablo 2.
Well. Let's just have a look here at... yeah, I do have that.
So you'll be able to keep yourself fed while in town.
Well, I don't have to go into town and try and feed on somebody who's sleeping now, right? I can just accost someone on the road here and hypnotize them, right?
Yep.
Because I can see on the little green bar there that I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry again. Although that being said, it is 4 a.m. Oh, but that's okay. I have my tent, so I don't even have to go into town. I can just set up my tent and
eat people
and camp for the day, right?
You could eat this guard.
Yeah, I just have to make sure there isn't any witnesses around just in case. Like this guard, for example, right? In fact, it might be better to choose this one.
Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
Okay. Missed the animation there for some reason, but that's okay.
These things just work.
Yep. These things happen. But I haven't done a quick save in a while, so maybe I better do that.
Good idea.
Because even though I have a pretty stable game, it still does crash once in a while.
And F5 is still your friend.
That's right. You still should save often, even if it's just a quick save. Just so that you don't, lose a whole bunch of progress if your game decides to crash for some reason. And that usually happens when I'm entering a new cell, like whether it's out in the world where I cross the border from one cell into another.
Yep.
Or if I go through a loading door, right?
Oh my god, this flower picking, man. Holy shit. Side to side, side to side.
Well, hey, you know what? Alchemy is an extremely important ability.
In before alchemy episode, next episode.
Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll just do all that alchemy off camera too.
Bonus content, Skyrim alchemy episode.
Yeah. Well, you know how you were talking about doing, like an hour and a half of just riding the train between the Commonwealth and Nuka World?
Yep.
Well, why not just do an hour and a half of just standing at an alchemy table?
Fuck.
Well, I mean, really.
Viral YouTube content.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Something's going on.
Something above you.
Somebody is unfriendly. Reveal yourself, unfriendly, whatever you are. Okay.
Or not.
Well, whatever it is, it's not close enough for me to pick up on predator vision either, so maybe I'll ignore it for the time being. And here we are in Dragon Bridge for the first time.
Indeed. And there's your storage chest and your magic chest.
Yep, my magic chest. Let's see if I have anything to break down here. Oh, I'm in combat. That's why I can't use that while I'm in combat. I have to wait for that stupid whatever that is to lose track of me.
You might just be better off going off to kill it.
No, there. It lost track of me. Well, okay. then we can store a bunch more stuff in the chest here. Because we have a lot of stuff.
Yep. But you're not doing too bad on extra potions or anything.
No, I'm almost getting to the point now where I might need to actually start selling some of these excess potions that I'm carrying around, right? Okay. See, I could still get the Haven bag back.
Yep.
Well, looks like I've got an extra pair of sunglasses in here, too. If I wanted to, but that's just a little bit too much,
Too OP.
Yeah, it's too... Well, yeah, really it is. Although I do still use it on some of my, my side playthroughs sometimes. Just because it's really convenient to have all your stuff in one place. So, maybe we should go in here and talk to some people and get some rumors and that kind of stuff.
Let me know if you want anything.
And I know we haven't accomplished a whole big bunch of stuff here, but maybe this is just about time to call it an episode, too.
Alrighty.
Because we are over an hour here.
Here to cause trouble.
We'll just ask the innkeeper if there's been any rumors. Yeah, we've heard that one. Doesn't have any bounties or anything like that. It's kind of boring.
Oh well.
But you know what? Maybe we'll spring for a room, hey?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
I appear to be the only guest.
And none of the rooms have doors. Classy joint.
Yep.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Okay, will do. Now get out of my room. Okay, well, I think we're going to call it an episode here. So we'll continue our journey to Redwater Den next time.
Alrighty.
Because it's a rather long ways and, you know, like traveling the hard way.
Yep.
But we did get to play around with the Vampire Lord form a little bit this time around. And we managed to get out of Volkahar Castle with a minimum of pain and mayhem.
Yep.
Because I've had some times recently where, like, everybody in the place just goes apeshit and attacks me for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, it's a good thing you figured out how to fix that.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess next time around, hopefully we'll make it all the way to Redwater Den.
Indeed.
And until then,
I'm Recv5,
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.